What did you expect? You couldn't give me a child. He could. You failed me as a man first, she said. I filed papers and walked away silently. Now she's desperate on my doorstep with a baby that's not mine. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. Hey Reddit, throwaway for obvious reasons because this one's too raw to post under my man. I'm 35, been married to Chloe for 7 years. We met in our mid-20s at some generic office job in the suburbs. Nothing glamorous, just two people who clicked over bad coffee and worse spreadsheets. She was the spark, all fiery opinions, and that laugh that could light up a room. I was the steady one, the guy who planned date nights and remembered anniversaries. We taught kids early on, dreamed of a house full of chaos and tiny feet. Fast forward, and that's where it all went to hell. It started 2 years ago. We'd been trying for a baby. The usual drill tracking, cycles, timing, everything like a military op. But months turned into a year and nothing. Chloe suggested we see a specialist. I was all in. Hell, I'd read every forum, every article on male fertility. Turns out the first test came back fuzzy. The doc said it could be low motility on my end. Nothing definitive, but enough to make Chloe's eyes well up in the waiting room. We'll fix this, I told her, squeezing her hand. Whatever it takes, and I meant it. I cut out the beer, hit the gym, like a maniac even swallowed those chalky supplements that tasted like regret. We did IVF rounds, needles in my thigh for hormone shots, her curled up on the couch after egg retrievals, me rubbing her back and whispering we'd get there. God, the sacrifices. I turned down a promotion that would have meant longer hours because who wants to chase deals when your wife's puking for meds? Sold my old truck to cover the deductibles. Thousands down the drain on procedures that felt like Russian roulette. Flashback to last spring. We're in the clinic parking lot after another negative test. Rain's pounding the windshield and she's sobbing into my shoulder. Alex, what if it's never us? What if we're broken? I held her tighter than I ever had. Then we figure out adoption or fostering or whatever, but it's us against this Chloe. Always. She looked up, eyes red but grateful, and kissed me like I was her hero. I was her hero. Also, I thought. We kept at it, the hope flickering, but never out. I'd come home from work, mid-level, it drove nothing flashy, and find her scrolling baby name sites, or I'd catch her staring at her stomach in the mirror, willing it to happen. Our sex life mechanical at first, then sparse stress, they said, but I powered through Bookhouse therapy to keep us connected. One session sticks out. The therapist asks about our love languages. Chloe says, mine's acts of service. True. I'd do anything for her. She admits hers is words of affirmation. And I vow right there to tell her daily how she's my world. You're stronger than this fight. I text her from meetings. We got this. Little did I know she was fighting a different war. The red flags. Hindsight's a late nights at work events, her phone buzzing at odd hours. That new perfume she swore was just a gift from a client. Ryan, her co-worker, the name popped up in text I'd glance at innocently. Can't wait for drinks, she'd reply with a heart emoji. I chalked it up to networking. Her job and marketing was all schmoozing, but intimacy faded. Weeks without touch, her turning away with, I'm tired, babe. I'd lie awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering if it was the fertility crap wearing us down. Give her space, I told myself. Support her. So I did. Cooked her favorite lasagna after failed cycles. Planned weekend getaways to recharge. One trip to the coast. We're walking the beach at sunset. Her head on my shoulder. I love you, Alex. You're my rock. I believed every word. Then 3 months ago, she drops the bomb. I'm in the kitchen stirring pasta sauce when she walks in glowing. Literally that pregnancy flush. Alex, I'm pregnant. Her voice cracks, tears streaming. My heart explodes. I drop the spoon, pull her into a hug so tight I lift her off the floor. Holy Chloe. How? When? We're laughing, crying, spinning in circles like idiots. She says it happened naturally. No meds, just luck. The math off. We'd barely been intimate in 2 months. And her cycles were clockwork. But joy overrides logic. I booked the first ultrasound. Start Googling cribs that night. Our miracle. I think after all that hell we did it. A week later the doubts creep in. I'm at work. Calendar open. Counting back from her announcement, the timeline doesn't line up. Not with our last time. I brush it off as stress math, but it nags. That night, she's in the shower phone on the counter. It buzzes. Ryan can't stop thinking about last week. And the test positive, we're doing this. My stomach drops. I scroll up, months of messages, flirty at first, you're too good for that house husband routine. Then, explicit photos. Plans to meet at his place. He gets me excited. Alex, you just don't anymore. The kicker. Her replying to his baby news. Our little secret. Alex still thinks it's his fight. I sit there, phone burning my hand, the shower running like white noise over the roar in my head. How? How did I miss this? Years of building a life, pouring everything into us. And she's been rewriting the story behind my back, using my supposed failure as cover, like I was the punchline. The pasta boils over on the stove, hissing steam, but I don't move. Numb. Betrayed. doesn't cover it. This was sabotage. Our dream twisted into her lie. And the worst part of me still wants to fix it. No, I think setting the phone down, not this time. I don't confront her that night or the next. I need proof, not impulse. The next day, I call in sick. First time in years. Endai. More texts. Hotel receipts buried in our joint account statements. Ryan's a sales guy at her firm. All flash and no substance. The type who posts gym selfies and drives a lease beamer. It paints a picture. Stolen afternoons while I crunch numbers at my desk. Her coming home to me with his scent on her skin, feeding me half-truths about doctor's appointments. The infertility. She twisted the doc's words. Never pushed for my full retest. Just let it fester as my shame. You couldn't give me a child. Her words in a message to her sister venting. He failed me. By Friday, I'm done gathering. Prince in hand. I wait till evening. She's humming in the living room, hand on her belly, scrolling nursery pin to rest. Domestic bliss. If you ignore the fraud. Chloe, I say voice steady as I can manage. I hold up the stack. We need to talk. She freezes eyes flicking to the papers. Color drains from her face, but she recovers quick. Too quick. What's that? Work stuff. She stands smoothing her shirt over the bump. I lay them out on the coffee table. Text timelines, the math circled in red. This, all of it. How long, Chloe? She scans lips, pressing thin. Sinks onto the couch, not meeting my eyes. Alex, it wasn't planned. It just happened. Her voice wavers, but there's no apology in it. More like a kid caught with crumbs on her face. Happened. I echo, sitting across from her, arms crossed to keep from shaking. For how long? And the baby Ryan's. She nods slow, like admitting the weather. 6 months, maybe 7. The pregnancy. Yeah. His A pours her hand protective on her stomach. But I love you, Alex. This doesn't change us. I laugh. Short, bitter. The sound foreign in my throat doesn't change. You lied about everything. The test's the affair, using my problem to cover your guilt. We went through hell for a kid that was never mine. Her eyes flash. Defensive now. Shin lifting. Your problem? Yeah, Alex. It was... The doctor said low motility. You heard him. I waited. God, I waited for you to fix it. Years of nothing, of feeling like half a woman, because you couldn't... She trails off, but the venom's there hanging. Couldn't... What? Get you pregnant. My voice stays even, but inside it's splintering. We were in it together. I gave up everything. Time, money, my damn body to those shots. And you sneaking around making me the villain in our story. She stands pacing now, one hand gesturing wild. What did you expect? You couldn't give me a child? He could. This is your fault as much as mine. You fail me as a man first. The words land like slaps. Cold, calculated, no regret. She stops glaring. Ryan, he saw me. Made me feel desired, not just tolerated. The baby's proof. We were broken long before this. Failed as a man. It echoes, twisting the knife. Flashback hits me in that clinic chair. Arm out for blood work. Her squeezing my hand. You're enough, Alex. Always. Lace. All of it. But I don't yell. Don't beg. Just nod. Slow. I say. She misreads it, thinks I'm crumbling, softens a fraction, steps closer. Look, we can work through it. Co-parent or something. You're stable. Good with kids. Ryan's excited, but he's not you. We could... No. Simple. Final. I stand gathering the papers. You chose this him. The lie, that's not my life anymore. Her face hardens, smug edging in like she's already scripted the win. Oh, come on. You'll forgive me. You always do. Who's gonna want you now? The guy who couldn't even knock me up. She laughs sharp, packing her overnight bag from the hall closet, like it's decided. I'm staying at Ryan's tonight. Think about it, Alex. For the baby's sake. I watch her stuff close in silently. The zipper, the only sound. No outburst. No, please. Just the click as I hand her the house key. Take care. She pauses at the door. Bag slung over her shoulder. Hand on the knob. You'll regret this. Walking away from your family. Pathetic. Then she's gone. Door clicking shut. Taillights fade down the drive. I sink to the floor, back against the wall. The house smells like her lavender shampoo. Failed as a man. It loops, but anger simmers under the hurt. Outrage at the gall. The cruelty. She didn't just cheat. She weaponized our pain. Turned my loyalty into her excuse. Hours pass in the dark. Phone silent. No calls to friends. No drunken diets. Just me. The empty nursery down the hall and the first crack of dawn creeping in. I don't cry. Plan. The silence hit hardest those first weeks. Not the screaming kind, but the kind that presses in, heavy and absolute. Chloe's stuff was gone. Half the closet bare. Her side of the bathroom counter wiped clean like she'd never been. I'd wander the house like a ghost touching echoes. The mug she loved chipped on the edge, the throw blanket we'd snuggle under during bad news calls from the clinic. Why here? Why now? I'd asked the empty air, but answers didn't come. Just the math replaying her smug exit the door slam. Ryan's text mocking from my phone's memory. I filed the divorce papers Monday morning, online, impersonal, like ordering takeout. No lawyer yet. Our assets were straightforward. The house and both names, but mostly my sweat equity. Her things boxed and dropped at Ryan's office. No note. Clean break. Friends noticed quick text trickling in. Heard Chloe's staying elsewhere. Everything okay? I'd reply vague. Working through stuff. Appreciate the check-in. No details. Not yet. The betrayal was mine to unpack. Not fodder for group chats. Therapy helped. Found a guy online. Video sessions from my home office. First one. He spilled it all. The affair. The lie. Her words carving me open. Failed as a man. He nodded. No pity. Just that's her shame projected. Alex, not your truth. We dug into the numbness. The way loyalty had blinded me. How I'd ignored the distance for the dream of family. You sacrificed for a ghost, he said. Flashback crept in during one session Christmas last year. Me wrapping onesies just in case. Her kissing my cheek. You're going to be the best dad. The memory stung fresh, but I let it pass. No wallowing. Progress meant facing the void. Nights were brutal. I'd lie in our bed sheets, changed her pillow, gone staring at the ceiling, fans lazy spin sleepless. I'd replay the clinic days, holding her hair back during nausea, driving through blizzards for appointments. I'd sold that truck for her, remember? Traded reliability for hope. Now the money sat in savings, untouched, a bitter reminder. One midnight drive, I ended up at the coast, same beach from our getaway. Waves crashed, indifferent salt air whipping my face. She chose excitement over us. I thought kicking sand. But excitement's a drug. It crashes. Confusion swelled. Was it me? Too steady, too safe, or her chasing validation in Ryan's arms? The unfairness nod. Me, the villain for loving heart. Her free to rewrite history. Small changes crept in unforced gym 3 times a week. Not for abs, but to sweat out the ache. Old hobbies resurfaced, dusting off my guitar in the garage, strumming half-forgotten chords till blisters formed. Friends pushed gently. Mark from college dragged me to a pickup basketball game. Dude, you look like hell. Spill or shoot hoops? I chose hoops. The rhythm of dribble and pass a distraction. Post-game beers. I cracked open. Chloe's pregnant, not mine. His jaw dropped, then a bare hug. That. You're gold, man. She doesn't deserve the dirt on your shoes. No judgment, just solidarity. It chipped the isolation, but the retest, that was my quiet rebellion. Week 3, I booked it solo. Different clinic, no fanfare. Results came encrypted email. Motility, perfect. Count stellar, no issue. Vindication sharp and sweet, but I filed it away. Not for revenge yet, just truth for me. Internal shift started there. From how did I fail to she failed us. The silence evolved too. From oppressive to spacious. I'd cook for one. Jad's on the stereo. No tiptoeing around moods. Therapy nailed it. Betrayals, a theft. Alex, she stole your trust. Now, reclaim it. Months blurred. 6 weeks to 3. I relocated to the spare room. Turned the master into a home gym. Off hybrid. Job-wise, that promotion I'd skip. Landed at remote salary bump funding a weekend in the mountains. Hiking trails alone. Summit views, stealing my breath. This is freedom, I realized. Wind tousling my hair, not punishment. Confusion lingered in quiet moments. Why build a life just to torch it? But resolve hardened. The unfairness still stung like a bruise fading slow. I'd sit with it over coffee journaling scraps. Her choice, my peace. No more propping her up. Energy turned inward. Mutual friends circled, cautious. Sarah, Chloe's bestie from work, email. Heard bits. Chloe's complicated. You holding up. I replied, honest but brief. Getting there. Space helps. No bridges burned. Life's long but boundaries firm. The nursery. I dismantled it piece by piece. Crib framed to storage. Tiny clothes donated. Each box sealed felt like exhale. Good riddance to what ifs. By month 3, the ache dulled to echo. I'd catch myself smiling at dumb things. A co-worker's joke. A sunset drive. I'm not broken. The mirror reflected back. Clearer eyes. The silence. Now a companion, not a cage. Little did I know her world was cracking while mine mended. But that's for later. For now, I breathe. Walked forward. One deliberate step. Karma doesn't knock politely. It kicks the door down when you're not looking. 3 months in, I'd settled into a rhythm. Work promotions stacking like cordwood. Weekends hiking with Mark and his crew. Even dipping a toe into dating app. Nothing serious, just coffee chats that reminded me laughter wasn't extinct. The divorce in motion mediators shuffling papers. Chloe's name popped up in group text now and then, vague, hope you're both okay. But I stayed surface level. My truth serum was that retest report tucked in a drawer like a loaded gun. I wasn't itching to fire. It started with a voicemail from Ryan's number. Blocked, but it slipped through on a new line. Hey Alex, it's Ryan. Look Manto man, this baby's not my circus. Chloe's got it twisted. I'm out. Click. No drama. Just the sales pitch for his exit. I deleted it, but curiosity pinged a mutual friend Tom from our old bar league. Heard Ryan bailed. Chloe's solo now. Tom's voice low, like spilling state secrets. Turns out baby shower plans fizzled. Ryan ghosted post-ultrasound when paternity hit too real. She posted cryptic Insta stories, silhouettes of cribs against sunsets, captions like stronger alone, but the likes dried up fast. Then the leak. I'd shared the fertility results with Tom over beers. One confidant for closure. Dude, you were never the issue. She played you. He swore discretion, but whispers travel. By week's end, my phone lit up. Sarah texting. Is it true? Your tests were fine, Chloe said, followed by a screenshot of her group chat meltdown. Alex is lying to make me look bad. He knows it's complicated, but the math didn't lie. Timelines, texts, now science. Mutuals, connected dots. The affair wasn't heat of the moment. It was premeditated. My failure, her alibi, friends peeled off. Dinner invites for her dried. Birthday nods turned cold shoulders. Yeah, sister. Radio silence after one awkward family meeting. Pitch I declined. Chloe unraveled in fragments. Social media scrap. A tear streaked selfie at 28 weeks. Motherhood's raw. Judgment sucks. Deleted by morning. Tom forwarded a voice note. She'd sent him by mistake. Baby kicks in the background. Her voice cracking. Everyone hates me now. Ryan's gone. And Alex, he thinks he's better. Isolation hit hard. Job rumors swelled. Marketing firms all gossip. Her work mom circle ghosting after the truth bomb. Family. Her parents stopped the weekly check-ins. Last I heard, they suggested she own her choices. Broke? Not yet. But maternity leave loomed without backup. Daycare costs stacking like accusations. The baby arrived mid-July, girl healthy. Her astray announcement in our old neighborhood Facebook group. No tags, no fanfare, just a photo of tiny feet. Captioned our fighter. I watched from afar, not gloating. More like witnessing a storm I dodged. She built this cage, I thought folding laundry in my quiet space. Now she's rattling the bars. The unfairness flipped. Me, once. The failure now steady. Her smug exit echoed hollow. Vindication settled soft, not sharp. Therapy called it integration. You've grieved the lie. Now live the truth. And I did. New apartment downtown. View of the river. Guitar lessons on Tuesdays. Here chaos. Background noise fading. But noise has a way of amplifying when desperate. The floodgates cracked a week after the birth. Voicemails first, then texts. A deluge I should have blocked but didn't. Not cruelty, curiosity maybe, or masochism. Her voice on the first one. Hoarse from hospital discharge. Alex, she's here. Lily, God, she's perfect. But it's hard. Ryan never showed. I need you. Please just talk to me for her. Pause. Baby fuss in the background. Then softer. I was scared. Hormones, the lies, it spiraled. We can fix this. You're her dad in every way that matters. I listen in the parking lot after work. Engine idling. Dad, the word twisted fresh, but no pull, no ache for what she'd poisoned. I texted back once. Congratulations. Take care. Short, civil. Block the number. End of story. Nah. Flying monkeys deployed. Her sister, Jenna, toxic from jump. Always siding with blood. Called that night. Alex, this is Chloe's postpartum alone with a newborn. You're punishing her. Think of the baby. Lily needs stability. You're the only one who can step up. I grip the phone jaw set. Jenna, that's not my role. Chloe chose Ryan for that. Respect my boundary. She scoffed. Voice pitching shrill. Boundary, you're heartless. After 7 years, family helps family. Click. I hung up. No debate. Toxic as the source, I thought muting her too. Escalation hit month 1. Desperation sharpening to edges. I'm at the corner, coffee shop, grabbing my usual black drip when Sarah slides into the booth uninvited. Chloe's work proxy, eyes red rimmed. Alex, please? She's falling apart. Sleepless nights. Crying jags. The baby's colicky. Chloe hasn't slept in days. She didn't mean the affair. It was escape from the pressure. You two are solid. Help her. I stir my coffee, slow meeting her gaze. Sarah, I appreciate you checking in, but that's her path now. I can't walk it for her. She leans in, voice dropping urgent. She regrets it, all of it. Says you're the only one who ever really saw her. Come over just once for old times. Old times. Flashback. Us 3 at holiday parties. Chloe's arm looped in mine. Now porn in her plate. No. Tell her I'm wishing well, but that's it. Sarah deflates, but not before the kicker. Chloe's follow-up text from a burner. Sarah says, you're open. Lily's got your smile. We need you, Alex. I was wrong. Come home. Wrong. Too late for edits. Idelete. Order another coffee to go. By month, 2 true colors bled through. Anger masking the void. Drunk dial at midnight. Doorbell first, then pounding. I peer through the peephole. Chloe disheveled in yoga pant. Lily slung in a carrier eyes, wild wine on her breath. Alex, open up. I know you're in there. Neighbor's lights flicker on. I crack the door chain. Chloe, it's lit. Go home. She yaps a finger. Carrier bouncing the baby awake. Home. You stole it. Ghosting me while I drown. Lily screaming all night. Yun is useless. Mom and dad act like I'm toxic waste. This is your fault. Parading that test. Like a trophy. You're pathetic. Hiding in this dump while I suffer alone. Suffer. The word from her lips after she'd wielded it like a blade. You made choices, Chloe. Own them. My voice even. Door easing shut. She rams it with her shoulder. Voice cracking, furious. Own them. You owe me. 7 years of your loyalty. And you bail. Ryan was a mistake. Fun. Yeah, but you're the rock. Admit it. You missed this. She gestures wild. Baby wailing now. Hypocrisy dripped. Blaming me again. Twisting reconciliation into demand from the hall. Aslur. Please, Alex, for her. But eyes pure rage. Entitlement unmasked. I unchained fully. Step out to block the threshold. No more. This insta-night. Shut the door. Firm lock clicking. Her sobs echo down the stairs. You'll regret fading to a cab's rumble. Phone buzzes after Jenna's email forwarded sober story. Chloe's broken intervention time. Reply or we all cut you out. Cut away. I think spam folder. The attempts piled. Texts from burners. Mutuals as mouthpieces, but each chipped her facade. Power flipped. Her begging me, unmoved. Growth showed in my calm. Boundaries like armor, not walls. She's irrelevant. I journal post-incident. A storm passed. Desperation peaked. Then the final knock. 8 months post-betrayal. Lily's half-year mark. If calendars held weight, I'd upgraded. New apartment overlooked the river. Balcony for morning coffees. A life stitched from solos and small wins. Dating one. Steady. Emma. Quiet strength. No rush. Work hummed. Therapy tapered to monthly check-ins. Chloe, distant echo attempts dwindled to weekly pings. I ignored the leaks, fallout lingered her. Isolated me, insulated, then the doorstep unannounced. Saturday dusk, doorbell chimes. I checked the peephole. Chloe Chant in a hoodie. Lily balanced on her hip chubby cheeks, tuft of dark hair. Carrier slung empty. Desperation etched in smudged mascara. Neighbors, mill the hall. Public enough for spectacle. I open halfway chain on. Chloe. Her eyes lock, pleading fractured. Alex, thank God. I had to see you. Lily's teething, fevers. Nothing works. I can't. I drove 3 hours. Please. She shifts the baby forward like an offering. Lily gurgles, oblivious. Tiny fist waving. Not mine, but the sight tugs. Phantom, not pull. I hold the door, steady voice level. What do you want? She swallows. Words tumbling. Help. Anything. Advice. A night off. She's got your eyes. See that blue? We could co-parent or more. I ended it with everyone. Friends, the lies. Ryan was nothing. You were everything. I see it now. Come back for us. Tears track but no fire. Just hollow need. The carrier thumps her leg. She winces. Lily fussing. 8 months. Her us a relic. Irrelevant. The word anchors me. No sympathy. No what ifs. Just facts. My peace, the priority. You made your choice, Chloe. You chose him to be the father. That has nothing to do with me. Pausa. Eyes steady on hers. Then Lily's. Brief. Neutral. Do not contact me again. Her face crumples. Shock to shatter. Alex. No, wait. She's family. You can't just... I close the door. Chain rattling. Final muffled, please. I'm sorry, God, the things I said. Fades to hiccup, sobs, footsteps retreating through the peephole. Her silhouette slumps against the wall, rocking Lily, then straightens. Defeated march to the stairs. Inside, I lean back. Exhale. Long. Heartbreak replaced by resolve solid as the door between us. No glance back. Emma texts movie tonight. I reply. Yes, pour a drink. Jaslow chapter closed. Her chaos, her echo, my life, thriving, unscripted. Reddit, that's the arc. Betrayals, gut punch to freedom stride. No revenge, just release. If you're in the thick, walk with dignity. The silence heals. Calmer, it whispers, not shouts. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.